Hello, I am Deb Coviello of the Drop-In CEO, Live Talk Media, and Illumination Partners. And I'm just grateful that you've joined me again for another episode. Today, I want to tell you a story. And with this story that I'm going to share with you, I want you just to be present and think about your current situation. When I talk about this, I'm talking to senior leaders that drop into organizations or are going through some kind of rapid change where what you did in the past is no longer serving you. And I write about this in the CEO's Compass, your guide to get back on track. Sometimes it's not you, it's just what worked in the past is not helping you. And so this book is here to guide you, but more about you. Once I'm done telling the story and getting you to think and reflect upon your situation, you're going to realize that sometimes only small course corrections while you're going through rapid change, small changes, are what's going to help you get through tremendous transformation. So let me just tell you this quick story. And for those of you that know me, you know that I'm a curler. A curler is a person that's part of a 4-person team that does throw a 42-pound stone on 27-degree ice. So let's get into this. Again, my misfortune in September of 2020, so we're coming up on a year now, I broke my ankle. And I never thought I would get fixed again. And when I went to the physical therapist, I said, how am I ever going to curl again? I was 1 month away from curling. And here's my dilemma. Normally, a heel or an ankle flexes a little bit, and I was only able to flex it a little bit. In curling, you have to extend your foot the entire way. So going from here to here was not an easy task for me. So my world was turned completely upside down. But let's pause a minute and come back to you. And, it was my misfortune, a challenge, or an opportunity, depending on how you look like it. But you as a senior leader, have you ever been in a situation where you're going through rapid change and you're feeling off track and you don't know how you're going to get through these things? Life has taken you in some twists and turns, and it has forced you to stop, reevaluate your situation, maybe throw everything away that you've done in the past and start fresh. And the things that I ask you to ask yourself are, what are the opportunities, not challenges, opportunities in front of you? And what is in your control? Also, what resources do you need to help you to get back on track? And it is about personal accountability. What do you need to do every minute, day, week, month to continue to move you forward and get you back on track? So let's go back to curling a little bit. So several weeks ago, and I see Karen is watching. Hey, Karen, thanks for watching. Several weeks later, I went back to my physical therapist and I was still frustrated. And one of the things he said, Deb, because I said to myself, how am I ever going to get back to curling again? He said, Deb, I said, don't think about the future on how are you going to get to what you want to achieve. Look back. And when you first came to our office, you could barely walk in a hard cast onto crutches. Now you're in a soft cast and you're complaining that you can't bend your foot all the way. Wow. Talk about putting things in perspective. Sometimes looking back and realizing the gains that you've made every minute, every day, every week, every month is exactly what you need to get you back on track. So let's just finish up the story real quick for you so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. So I can bend my ankle a little bit, but at a uncomfortable angle. I get back on the ice. First couple throws of the stone on the ice, I lunge forward out of the hack and descend into my position, and very cautiously, I try to turn my foot in the right direction. Can't do it, but I could at least slide out on the ice, so that was progress. But here's the interesting thing about the transformation, pressing on. How am I going to get through this challenge? The act of trying to get my ankle to do not this, but this, and it was still uncomfortable. It forced me to slow down as I descended into my stance and deliver the stone. And in those extra 1 or 2 minutes or seconds of just being conscious of what I was doing, I was able to focus on the target. And my delivery of my stone was so much better than in the past because of the challenge I went through to be able to then collect my thoughts again, try a new approach, slowing down, and my form was amazing. And I truly had a winning season. And so, talk about being uncomfortable, making small course corrections, being willing to try things, what are in your control, and talk about a transformation. So, I ask you, is that you? Have you ever been in a situation where you actually had to disrupt yourself, start over, think about what is in your control and what do you need to help yourself from a resource perspective and get unstuck and move forward? Little course corrections might all that you need. Which brings me back to the CEO's Compass, your guide to get back on track. I would love to continue to bring this to you. I believe it is something that is going to be transformational for highly successful leaders such as yourself. Even if you're up and coming in an organization, there are so many lessons in there. But if you want to hear more about this, and again, I told you I'd keep this short and sweet, is if you want to get on the wait list for the book, more information is going to be in the comments below. Stay tuned to all of my offers. We're going to be pre-launching in the next month or so. We are going to be releasing this book, this opportunity to learn more about how to take a 7-point assessment and understand what are those small course corrections you need to make for transformational change. And if you just want to talk, don't just hang out there all by yourself. If you just want to talk, I would love to have a free conversation just to talk about the opportunities, not challenges, opportunities that are ahead of you that are bothering you. And you just need somebody to talk to because I know what it's like to be you, to feel uncomfortable, uncertain about the future, figuring out how to bend my ankle to 180 degrees and be able to deliver transformational results. On another note, if you want to learn more about curling, read my article that I put out this week. I connect you with different resources such as USA Curling Association. I'm a member of the Cincinnati Curling Club. We've got a website, cincinnati.curlingclub.org. And go to my website, dropinceo.com. My front page video talks about curling and how it relates to business. So I am grateful that you shared a little bit of my journey, my misfortune in curling, but coming out of it with a transformational change and delivering the stone to be able to achieve the results. That's you. That's me. Let's have a conversation and just thank you for joining me again on the Drop-In CEO Live Talk Media. I hope you will join me again next week. And also just follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, dropinceo.com. I would love to get to know you. Please connect. But in the meantime, until we do, have a good rest of your day. Be well.